Hey guys, my name is James.hesch, and I am on the software sales team for storable. And today I'm going to be going through a storEDGE demo. And so, just to get right to it, this is the website that comes with the storEDGE software. We'd obviously put your logo up at the top left, your facility photos here in the background. All the content and everything is going to be very specific to your facility. If you have multiple locations, it's going to show that here. And then all this content we're going to create initially when we set up the website that's strategic with SEO. And it's going to talk about your location, your offering, your storage facility, just to generate some good SEO content so that the website is kind of gets on the right foot as far as search goes on the web or on Google. And a couple things that your prospective tenants can do on your website. Obviously, they'll be able to call you. They'll see your number. There's a storage calculator that they can kind of see what size they need for their unit. There's a blog that you could do articles, things like that. But this is the most important, right? Because you're needing to get people into your storage units, fill empty units. So this is where a prospective tenant can come and see where you're located, your phone number, your hours, any promotion or banners that you have to let them know that what you're offering. You can do strike through pricing. You can list the amenities for the unit, and then of course the size of the unit, and then any specials or anything that you have going on. It can give some more details there. But all of your different unit types will be listed out along with the pricing, and then you have the option to have them move in today and have them just start filling out the information that you require and put in their payment, e-sign your lease agreement, add on a tenant insurance, whatever that looks like. They can do that right from your website. And then the other option would be a reserve now, which is just basically going to capture basic information for them to reserve that unit. So that whole process can be done right from the website. And then your existing tenants can actually come in here and they can make a payment. So they can log into um, uh, their payment portal with their username and password, and they can update their auto pay, make a one-time payment, see their billing history, request a move out, any of those type of things that you would want them to be able to do. Now that pretty much covers the website. Let me show you the actual software now. So this is what the software, the backend management side looks like. This is your dashboard. So it's going to show, a breakdown of how your leads are coming through, breakdown of average length of stay, occupancy, and then past due. Now, a couple of things that I love about storEDGE is one, it has very easy multi-facility management and navigation. It's so easy to navigate multiple locations and to manage multiple locations. So that's kind of the big thing. The next really cool thing is that it has this little task list off to the right. So, I owned a storage facility in southern Utah. I always was wondering, like, how am I going to figure out what needs my attention that day? And so with the storage software, that's pretty much solves that, because if there's a red circle with an exclamation mark, this is going to be, or is going to tell you what needs your attention. So this is really cool to where now you come in and see, okay, I might need to, send some invoices, or I might need to reply to some emails, or somebody might be locked out that I need to go put an overlock on. Whatever it might be, it's going to tell you exactly what needs your attention. There's going to be a red dot. So that just kind of helps prioritize and save your time by keeping you focused and structured. Now, over here in the top left, this is how you search pretty much anything: invoice, customer, any of that. It also has quick links. So if you just need to type in a tenant's name here, or see like your open leads, in progress move ins, current reservations, same thing with payment. If you need to make a quick payment, retail sale, a quick move out, transfer, anything like that. These are all just going to be like quick functions. So the search, payments, tenants, and then a few other functions there. And then off to the left, this is how you interact with the software. So this is the navigation. So, like I was saying, if somebody starts renting on your website or inquires on your website, they're going to be turned into a lead, and that'll give you your breakdown of those here. This will also give you access to your tenant list. So you can just see, all your tenants in a list form. You can filter, restructure it by on, who you're looking for or what you're looking for. You also have a sitemap that you can get a bird's eye view of the facility, so you can see which units are available, which ones are rented, which ones are late, locked out, and so forth. I'm going to load a different sitemap here. Let's see if I can. Yeah, here we go. Let's see what else we have. And not a lot of past due over here. Okay, we'll just go to building one. Okay, so this is what the sitemap looks like. You can obviously move it around, zoom out, zoom in, all that type of stuff. But the cool thing is you can actually, well, of course, you can just very quickly see which units are available, which ones are rented. But if you click a rented one, it's going to pop up to the right, who's in there, what their balance is, what they're paying. If you need to, add in a note, you can. If you need to make a quick payment, you can. It's very easy to capture those little details right from the sitemap. If it's an available space, it'll allow you to reserve it real quick or add a note. So it's just very easy to do those quick day-to-day functions that you have in a storage facility. So this is a big part of the software just to make things very easy on you. Now, if you use our cloud access control system, this is the interface for it. So you'll have your open and close buttons for the keypads, your activity log, and then, of course, your non-tenant codes for landscapers, snow removal, firefighters, whatever, whomever needs a code that's not a renting customer. This will give you your past due list or your collections list. The cool thing about storEDGE is it has a built-in, very automated collection manager pro. And so basically is what it is. It's a 30 to 40 touch point sequence that's going to automatically call your tenants, email, and text. The cool thing about the text is it's a one-click payment link, meaning they don't have to log into their account to pay. When they get that text, they click the link to pay. It's a checkout screen. They put in their credit card information and they pay. It also tries to get them on auto pay. And a lot of our customers are seeing about average 5 auto pays per month come from this function. So it's not only a good way to collect delinquent revenue, but it's also a really good way to get more people on auto pay. Is something else that we found out is that 42% of tenants still prefer to pay over the phone. So that's why we have an automatic phone call that goes out to capture the delinquent revenue for those tenants that prefer to pay over the phone. And then, of course, they'll get an email that they can also pay through as well. So there's not going to be a whole lot of uh, instances where you have to pull up your past due, but if you want to add a layer to that collection process, this is where you would come to see that. But the software makes it super automated, super hands off for the owner. It saves a lot of time and in doing the number one task that everybody hates, calling people to ask them for money. And of course, too, we're all human, right? So we have emotions. And when we do get hold of somebody and tell them that they have a $278 balance with Christmas coming up and life hitting, it's easy for a human to feel bad and to say, okay, well, let me waive some fees or let me cut this down or let's split it into payments. With our automatic phone call, that there's none of that. The automatic phone call doesn't have emotions, so it's not going to feel bad and it's not going to want to refund a late fee or cut the payment down or anything like that, which also is nice too, because then you're collecting more delinquent revenue. These are all the reports that you have access to. Keep in mind, storEDGE is used by all the major REITs, StorageMart, StoreQuest, CubeSmart. So we have all the reporting, all the data points that you would need for your facility. If there's something that you're not seeing that you need to pull, just call our support team. They're more than happy to point you in the right direction. Our support hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern, and then on Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. storEDGE also has a very robust rate management tool, meaning you can put in parameters and rules within the software so that when your occupancy hits a certain point, it can either increase or decrease your street rates for the available units. So a good example is if maybe you're a brand new facility and your 10 by 20s are just filling like crazy. Once they get to 50% occupancy, you can have a parameter in there that says increase at 5%, for the street rate so that anybody renting after that point will then pay a little bit more. And then if they keep renting really fast, when they get to 75% occupancy, it can maybe increase the street rate another 5%. And then when you get to 90% occupancy, you want that to be a little bit more aggressive because you don't ever want to get full, right? If you're full, that means your units are, or your pricing for your units are too low. So when you get to 90% occupancy, you can have it maybe increase 15% or 10%, however you want to test that. But the whole point is to maximize the profit on your available units. And this helps you do that by putting in those parameters initially, a one-time task, and then the software keeps track of it from there. Automatically adjust your street rates based on those parameters so that you don't have to constantly be thinking, okay, when do I need to go increase it? Okay, I need to go increase it and I need to do it manually. And it's just another thing that you have to do when you can rely on software to do it for you and to do it at the right time. storEDGE also has all the communication with the tenant built right in with your phone calls. So we have a phone number that we give you that can actually forward the calls to any actual phone where you pick up the calls. But the phone number is what actually captures the call into the software, records the audio, and gives you the caller ID information and the ability to track it to the tenant. So this is where your audio files and the history will be. If it's a current tenant, it'll actually link it to their account, let you know that they called in. If it's a not a tenant, then it's not going to be linked to an account here. It's just going to show the caller ID, and then of course the timestamp and the audio file. Same thing for emails. If an automatic email gets sent out saying, "Hey, you're past due, please pay," or "Hey, your bill's coming due, please make sure you pay on time." If they email back, that email is going to come back into the software. It's going to tag it to the account. It's going to, be right here. You can actually open it. You can see the timestamp. You can see the status, and then you can email them right back through the software. Just makes it so nice to go through one platform, not have to manage a bunch of different programs. Same thing with text messages. If they reply to an automated text message, it's going to come back into the software, and you'll be able to reply right through the software. You have access to change any of your settings. We will obviously help you with the gate integration, but you can come in here and upload your lease agreement, change your emails, your documents, yield management, texts, your sitemap. If you need to make changes to your sitemap, you have full access to do so. You also can change unit types, unit numbers, tax rates, all of that, everything that you'd expect to be able to do in the software. But that's just a quick little overview and run through the software. Obviously, not all of your questions are going to be answered by watching this. And you might have questions on things that I didn't even go over. So feel free to reach out to me. My number is 435-562-5134, or you can email me, james.hesch, Hesch, at storable, storable.com, and I will get back to you and help you out. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.